Hello and welcome to our first UK time zone webinar, Securing Caller Verification, Okta with ServiceNow and Caller Verify. I'm Tracy Nyholt, founder and CEO of TechJitsu. I've been working in identity and access management for a little over 20 years. And at TechJitsu, we try and make things simple as well as secure. With me is
Okay.
Ben Warren.
My name is Ben Horan. I've been working in the identity management field for as well over just over 20 years. Outside of work, I enjoy watching hockey and I also coach my children in minor hockey for several years. And in the summer, I like to do camping and hiking.
So today we'll chat a little bit about the real world consequences of inadequate security at the help desk, the challenges with traditional verification methods such as security questions, and explore secure caller verify. So just to get the elephant out of the room, the reason we're called Tech Jitsu, Jitsu just means skill in Japanese, so our name is literally technical skill. We won the Okta Innovation Award in 2024, as well as Partner of the Year. And Color Verify is something that Okta themselves has talked about on the stage at Octane.
We know that so many of you are looking to differentiate yourselves at a product level with Okta by integrating and innovating to solve your clients' biggest problems. And a good example of this is with TechJutsu in Canada. They built their Caller Verify system that protects call centers and help desks, reduces verification to 30 seconds, and securing them against impersonation attacks. And they've done this integrating with Okta. In fact, we liked it so much that we selected it to help secure our own help desk.
So we are partnered with both Okta as well as ServiceNow. And we'll take a little bit of a look at some of the help desk breaches that have been in the news recently. So obviously MGM was quite a famous one, as well as, Marks and Spencer's. And more recently, last week we had Quantum Airlines, WestJet, and Hawaiian Airlines. These are usually perpetrated by a group called Scattered Spider that tends to socially engineer help desk analysts into providing password resets, access, or MFA resets. And they do that by researching the users, finding out things like their mother's maiden name, their birthday off their social media, and then answering those easy to guess security questions. There have been some advisories around help desk attacks. The U.S. Health Department put out a advisory on the help desk threat. And just, so you understand how much these breaches cost, the MGM breach, which actually locked all of their guests out of their hotel rooms, end up costing 100 million USD. So very expensive considering that the prevention would be much less than $1 million in terms of providing secure help desk verification. The FBI has also put out a advisory on Scattered Spider, the hacker group that does tend to go in through the help desk. They've also recently put out an alert specific to airlines with last week's, airline breaches. So some of the challenges around traditional security questions, they're inaccessible in that, people with memory issues may struggle, which is, a large percentage of the population in terms of our aging population. They're very frustrating. They're not very secure because people can, find out that information about you with a little bit of research. And it's also really time consuming, and that time is money. So when organizations are, spending time verifying someone, and it's about 2 minutes on average with security questions, it's really wasting a lot of time that you could be spending helping your customers and having a good positive interaction with the customers where they feel that you're helpful. So eliminating that is a big thing in terms of both improving the caller experience as well as making it more secure. And of course, the help desk is very vulnerable because it's manned by people, and people are unfortunately easily socially engineered, especially people who've been, trained to be as helpful as possible. So what's the solution? So at TechJitsu, we've developed a solution called Caller Verify, a SaaS solution that simply extends Okta's factors of authentication to verify callers to your call center or help desk. So those same familiar factors you've been using with Okta, be it Okta Verify, Microsoft Authenticator, Google Authenticator, YubiKey, any of those can be used. Another challenge with caller verification, many banks in particular use voice verification, and that voice verification can be now mimicked by voice AI. So you can authenticate using someone else's voice using AI, making that very dangerous. As part of the making it simple, we've tried to embed Caller Verify within the ServiceNow interface so that your help desk analysts aren't learning something new. They're just using that same familiar interface that they're already used to using. So we'll take a look at how that looks.
In this video, we'll show a positive use case where a legitimate caller contacts the help desk for a password reset. In this demo, we're using ServiceNow as an example.
Hi, I'm calling because I've been locked out of my bank account and I need some help resetting my password.
Sure, no problem. 1 second while I create a service ticket for you. Can you please provide me with your name?
Tracy Nyholt.
Great, I found you in the system. Please hold on while I fill out the service ticket. I need to verify your identity before we can continue. Before we perform the password reset, we want to confirm the identity of the caller. Conveniently, we have a button located directly on the ticket to launch Caller Verify. Clicking on that button opens Caller Verify right in the ServiceNow interface and automatically looks up the caller based on the data in the ticket. Tracy, to verify your identity, I'm going to send a quick push notification to your mobile device. When you get that notification, please click, "Yes, it's me."
Oh, wow. Yeah, I see a push notification. I'm clicking, "Yes, it's me." This is so simple.
Great. I see that you've accepted the notification and you are now verified in our system. Let's submit your ticket and get your password reset. There you go, Tracy. I've sent a password reset link to your email. When you get that link, please click on it to finish your password reset.
Great, thanks. That was so easy.
As you can see, we're able to resolve the issue right away with increased security and reducing average handle call time, all while providing a great caller experience, thanks to Caller Verify.
So as we saw there, we were able to create a better user experience, making it easier for the caller to authenticate. We were able to reduce risk by reducing the risk that a bad actor could impersonate the user, because a bad actor would not have the possession-based factor in terms of the telephone that had Okta Verify registered with it. We also created a better call center agent experience. So our customers have often said that they have a high turnover at the help desk, mostly because help desk agents get yelled at a lot, and that doesn't really make for a long career, but they get yelled at less if they're not having to verify people with questions they don't know the answers to. So it really makes a better experience for your call center agents as well. And of course, creating a longevity in that role reduces training times and is a cost savings for the company as well. And also we're creating a unified verification experience. And what I mean by that is having the same verification experience across your online, your mobile, and your help desk, instead of the traditional method where you maybe use your MFA factor for online and mobile, but then you have this completely different security question experience at the call center or the help desk, which is a bit jarring. So it's really a better brand experience if you have the same authentication experience across all platforms that your users or customers interact with you on. Next, we'll take a look at business rules. So why business rules are significant. There have been a couple of breaches where a help desk analyst was actually in on it. And they were able to do this because there was no technology forcing them to securely verify the caller. So, they worked with the bad actors and, basically allowed them to reset passwords or gain other access without proper verification because that wasn't enforced by any technological method. So in Caller Verify, we've leveraged ServiceNow's business rules to force verification before the help desk agent can take any action.
In this video, we'll show you how you can leverage Caller Verify along with ServiceNow to include caller verification right into your business processes, preventing fraudsters from social engineering their way past the IT help desk. Leveraging configuration-based business rules, you can enforce caller verification based on your request category, subcategory, state, and channel, preventing fraudsters from trying to bully their way past your help desk. Here's a demo of that in action.
Hi, my name is Jane the Bad. The Good, and I'm the CEO of the company. I need my password reset right away.
Sure, one moment, Jane, while I create a service ticket for you. With the Caller Verify and ServiceNow integration, we have out-of-the-box business rules that allow you to enforce caller verification based on attributes of the incident, including category, subcategory, and channel. As you can see here, in order to submit the incident, we must first verify the caller's identity. With Caller Verify, that's as easy as a click of a button. Jane, in order to reset your password, I must first confirm your identity. To do that, I'm going to send a quick push notification to your mobile device to verify that it's really you. When you get that notification, just click, "Yes, it's me."
Can't you just ask me a security question? It's really important that I get my password reset right away. Don't make me call your boss and get you fired.
Sorry, our IT policy requires that I verify your identity using enhanced verification methods before I can perform a password reset. I can't help you otherwise. Since the fraudster doesn't have access to Jane's phone, they won't be able to approve the push notification, and the real Jane will either reject that notification or simply let it time out. Either way, the fraudster doesn't get in. I see that the push notification was rejected. Unfortunately, I'm unable to help you with that today, and I will be redirecting this to our security department for further investigation.
No! Foiled again by Caller Verify.
As you can see here, the business rules can be easily configured with integration settings. From here, we can define which categories, subcategories, channels, and states will require caller verification. With Caller Verify, ServiceNow, and Okta, you can secure your IT help desk from fraudsters trying to impersonate your employees.
As we can see there, using ServiceNow business rules to enforce the caller verification can prevent help desk analysts from bypassing it. And this also really helps with compliance. So there's various compliance. Most of them are NIST-based, and NIST specifically calls out knowledge-based authenticators such as security questions as being insufficient. And of course, that spills over into your other compliance, OSFI for the financial institutions, HIPAA for healthcare, GDPR if you're in the EU, and SOC 2 for most of the Americas, PCI if you're taking payments. So some of the other benefits of Caller Verify is, possibly a cyber insurance savings because you're less likely to get a breach. So insurance companies do reward that. Saving that time on verification, so reducing that average call handle time, which is a key metric for your help desk, and a big savings. And of course, reducing your reputational damage by preventing those breaches. So I think all of us, when we hear MGM now, think of a breach. So better to just prevent that in the first place. And of course, that unified verification experience we talked about, having the same verification experience across online, mobile, the help desk. We can also do caller verification in chatbots. So in summary, Caller Verify increases your customer, your caller satisfaction by eliminating those security questions they don't like, which in turn makes those people nicer to your help desk staff, which is better employee satisfaction for them. Of course, it's more secure, reducing those chances of a breach, which causes reputational damage as well as financial damage. reducing your average call handle time by eliminating security questions, providing that unified verification across online, mobile, and the help desk. And it's also a very quick or ROI. So Caller Verify can be implemented in a day. It installs just as an OIDC app in your existing Okta instance. So thank you very much for joining us on our very first UK time zone webinar. After the Marks and Spencer's incident, we're getting a lot of interest from the UK, so excited to be working in that region now. Thank you, everyone.